The problem isn't so much that men think success happens overnight. The problem is they don't realize how long some things actually take. So they start, then they put in effort, then they stay consistent for a few weeks, even a few months. Then they look around and don't see much changing. That's when frustration starts to creep in, and that's when doubt starts to creep in afterwards. And eventually they ask themselves, is this even working? What these men are confusing is that delay and defeat are not the same thing. A delay means the reward hasn't arrived yet. A defeat means you stopped. And a lot of men turn a delay into a defeat because they quit too soon. What happens is that most men don't fail, they just leave too early. Think about how many things men quit every year. The gym, a diet, a certification, a business idea, a side hustle. Most of those things didn't fail. They simply didn't produce the results fast enough to keep the man's attention. And yeah, I understand it. It's difficult to keep putting in effort when you can't see progress. I get it. It's difficult to wake up early when your life doesn't look any different than it was last month. It's difficult to stay disciplined when the reward feels that far away. That's where patience has to start. Patience is continuing to move when the reward hasn't arrived yet. There's a difference. Waiting is passive. Patience is active. One sits still, the other continues working. If you ask me why men quit too soon, it's pretty obvious. I think most men quit because they stop seeing evidence that their efforts matter. Those guys will apply to 10 jobs and nobody calls. They go to the gym and lose 5 pounds. Nobody notices. They start saving money and their bank account still feels small. And yeah, I understand. At some point, the mind starts asking questions. Why am I doing this? Is this worth it? Maybe I'm wasting my time. And that's the dangerous moment, because most growth happens at that moment. Most people are willing to work when they're encouraged. Very few are willing to work when they're discouraged. And that's usually where the separation happens. A few years ago, I read the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. One of the laws I remember that is relevant to this is master the art of timing. Now, most people hear that and think it's about power. Well, in this point, I don't. I think it's about patience. Timing matters in almost every area of life. The promotion, the business, the relationship, the investment, the house. Sometimes the reason something hasn't happened yet isn't because you're failing. Sometimes it's because the timing isn't right yet. The mistake a lot of men make is trying to force results, and then when it doesn't work, they quit. There's a difference between moving forward and forcing things. A seed doesn't become a tree because you yell at it. A business doesn't grow because you're impatient, and your life doesn't improve simply because you're frustrated. Some things do require you to put in the time, whether you like it or not. Patience doesn't always mean sitting on your couch hoping life improves. Patience doesn't always mean avoiding difficult decisions. Patience doesn't always mean doing nothing. Sometimes patience means continuing to prepare while you wait, learning while you wait, positioning yourself while you wait. Yeah, I'm not telling you to sit around and wait forever, but a patient man is still moving. He's just not panicking because results haven't shown up yet. A lot of men eventually get what they wanted. You stay patient and stay consistent, you'll get the promotion, you'll get the money, you'll get the business, you'll get the degree. And when they finally get it, they realize something. Biggest reward wasn't the outcome, it was who they became while pursuing it. The discipline, the patience, the confidence, the experience, the character that builds. The man who started the journey isn't the same man standing at the finish line. And that's important because sometimes we become so focused on the destination that we forget what the journey was even doing to us. Guys, please, Just remember, most men don't fail. Unfortunately, most men leave too early. They leave before the promotion. They leave before the business even gains traction. They leave before the weight comes off. They leave before the opportunity even arrives. They leave because the delay starts feeling like defeat. But those aren't the same thing. A delay means you're still moving. A defeat only happens when you stop. If you're still learning, if you're still improving, if you're still moving forward, then don't confuse delay with defeat. You gotta keep showing up. You gotta keep doing the work, because the reward often arrives long after the effort begins. And when it does, you'll be grateful. You'll be grateful you stayed in the fight long enough to see it. Patience is not standing still. Patience is continuing to move when the reward hasn't arrived yet.